better home, where the Savior of all the earth shall abide. Leaving all our trials here, many pleasures waiting there, when we cross the foam and reach the other side. Sailors sailing on, we're sailing, sailing over the foam. We are talking to the captain as the angry billows hum. Yes, sir, reach the forever safely o'er the tide. We are going onward to the other side. Many millions now abide in that home beyond the tide, where the ransomed pilgrims wait free from care. There's room on board for all who will heed the captain's call and take ship for heaven's country bright and fair. Sailors sailing on, we're sailing, sailing o'er the foam. We are talking to the captain as the angry billows hum. Yes, sir, reach the forever safely o'er the tide. We are going onward to the other side. Sailors sailing on, we're sailing, sailing o'er the foam. We are talking to the captain as the angry billows hum. Yes, sir, reach the forever safely o'er the tide. We are going onward to the other side.
From Jeff and Sherry Easter, that's their song, On the Sea of Life. And with that song, Bluegrass Gospel with Dave Rigg is underway. During this hour, it's going to be my privilege to bring to you the gospel of Jesus Christ in bluegrass gospel music. So let's get back into it. Mountain Faith, it's called It Could Happen in a Moment.
It could happen in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. It could happen in a moment. He could split the eastern sky. Though our hearts will feel unworthy, yet how happy we will be when the Savior comes from heaven, when His blessed face we'll see. I am listening every moment for the mighty trumpet sound. What a time we'll have together when the saints will leave the ground. All our toiling will be over, all our sorrow and its pain. It can happen in a moment. Jesus Christ could come again. It could happen in a moment, any minute of the day. He could call us home to heaven, there forevermore to stay. Hold the fort a little longer in your struggle over sin. Trust the great commander's promise, He will surely come again. I will be over. All our sorrow and its pain, it can happen in a moment. Jesus Christ can come again. It could happen in a moment. It can happen in a moment. Jesus Christ could come again.
That was Mountain Faith, and it could happen in a moment, and it certainly could. Well, this is the Mother's Day weekend, and so today on the program I'm going to play a few songs about Mom and also about the grandmothers. Now, before I play this next song, let me explain something. I never knew what it was like to have a grandma. You see, my mother was born and raised in London, England, and during World War II she married my dad, eventually came to America, but Grandma never did, and I never got to go to England to meet my Grandma Pierce. And Grandma Rigg, well, she died when my dad was 16 years old. So neither my grandmother on my mother's side nor my grandmother on my father's side did I ever get a chance to meet. But for some of you folks, that's not true. You have been around Grandma quite a bit, and you have known to love Grandma. So for all the grandmas listening in, this is from Audie Blaylock and Redline. It's called A Grandmother's Love.
I saw Grandma praying as she knelt by her bed. Her Bible lay open, and from the pages she read, she talked there with Jesus and prayed for our souls. For grandmother's love is greater than gold. A grandmother's love is greater than gold. She prays for her children with heart, mind, and soul. Her heart can't be measured, can't be bought or sold, 'cause a grandmother's love is greater than gold. It's been years since I've seen her. She's passed and gone on, but her Bible lays open on my table at home. It's just a reminder she prayed for my soul. Now she walks up in heaven on streets of pure gold. A grandmother's love is greater than gold. She prays for her children with heart, mind, and soul. Her heart can't be measured, can't be bought or sold, 'cause a grandmother's love is greater than gold.
Audie Blaylock and Redline with their song A Grandmother's Love. And as I said before I started playing that song, I never got to experience a grandmother's love. But I did get to see how much my son Jeremy loved his grandmas, and I also got to see how much my dear wife Pat was loved by her grandchildren. Okay, let's get back to the music. Here's one now from Don Rigsby and Midnight Call. It's called One Prayer Away.
Since I've been traveling down this road, I've given him my heavy load. I'm on the straight and narrow way, looking neither left or right, no longer fear the dark of night, for he is just one prayer away. I'm walking on the narrow way. He walks with me both night and day. I never walk alone, for I am on my journey home, because he's just one prayer away. Thanks to him who paid the cost, now I am found no longer lost. I'm on the straight and narrow way, knowing he is always here. There is no cause for me to fear, because he's just one prayer away. I'm walking on the narrow way. He walks with me both night and day. I never walk alone, for I am on my journey home, because he's just one prayer away. I am on my journey home, because he's just one prayer away. I never walk alone, for I am on my journey home, because he's just one prayer away.
What's special about your mother?
Mama is the best. I like it when she gives me Chip Tip, because that's my favorite meal.
I had a very positive and encouraging mom. If I drew a picture, she made me feel like I would be an artist someday. If I showed her a bug I caught outside, she said I would be a scientist.
She was there, she watched the game, and she said I played great, even if I didn't.
My mom is special to me because she was always there for every track meet, for every choir concert, anything I was involved in, she was there to support, and she was there to support and encourage me.
She's a good cook.
I remember Mom always telling me that I played really well, even though she knew absolutely nothing about the sport.
Mama is the best.
That's true. We couldn't agree more. A special thought just for moms, from the pages of Our Daily Bread.
Happy Mother's Day.
Stories are told by those now old of the days when they were young. They worked real hard and they got so tired. Now they laugh like those days were fun. Tied together by a strange strong thread, the love between the living and the dead, carrying on what they taught and said, in our hearts, not in our heads. We drink cool spring water from that same old dipper, a love much thicker than the blood from that same old dipper. We were always told from God the water flowed, and our spring has never run dry. He met our needs and we cast our seeds, and our families grew in life. A foundation built on rock, not sand. We're traveling this journey hand in hand. Together again as a family we'll stand in the promised land. We drink cool spring water from that same old dipper, a love much thicker than the blood flowing through our veins. Oh, the memories so cherished will never ever perish as we drink cool spring water from that same old dipper. We drink living water from that same old dipper.
That was Joe Mullins and his Radio Ramblers with the song That Same Old Dipper. And my guess is some of you elderly grandmas listening to the program today can remember back in the days when you got a bucket of cool water and used a dipper to get a drink. Well, here's another song for mothers from Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. It's called Give Mother My Crown.
She labors so hard in this world below. She didn't have things that most mothers know. Raising her children on a widow's small pay, washing and darning since Dad passed away. I wanna go to heaven when this life is o'er. I wanna be with Jesus on eternity's shore. But if I've a crown coming when rewards go around, please, blessed Jesus, give Mother my crown. I didn't realize it when I was a lad, just how great a burden my mother had. Adoption was offered, but Mama said no. She raised us and taught us the right way to go. I wanna go to heaven when this life is o'er. I wanna be with Jesus on eternity's shore. But if I've a crown coming when rewards go around, please, blessed Jesus, give Mother my crown.
Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs and Give Mother My Crown. Up next on Bluegrass Gospel, Cody Schuler, and he'll do the song Over in the Glory Land.
sublime, just over in the glory land. And I long to be by my Savior's side, just over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land. I'll join, yes, join the happy angel band, just over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land. There will, yes, with the mighty host I'll stand, just over in the glory land. Mansions fair, just over in the glory land, there to sing God's praise and His glory share, just over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land. I'll join, yes, join the happy angel band, just over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land. There will, yes, with the mighty host I'll stand, just over in the glory land. What a joyful thought that my Lord I'll see, just over in the glory land, with kindred saved there forever be, just over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land. I'll join, yes, join the happy angel band, just over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land. There will, yes, with the mighty host I'll stand, just over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land.
Cody Schuler and the song Over in the Glory Land. Now here's one from a bluegrass gospel group, Narrow Road, and they're going to do the song Climb a Little Higher.
As we go through life one step at a time, step closer to Jesus, I'm sure that He won't mind. Some people think when it comes to Jesus, He just doesn't matter. They're the ones on the bottom step of their spiritual ladder. You've got to climb a little higher and get a closer look at Jesus. You got to climb a little higher every day. I know He wants to see you, I know He wants to feed you, so climb a little higher every day. Be scared and thinking you're gonna fall, 'cause if you need help, then God is who you call. Just close your eyes and pray, and He'll take you by the hand and take you to the top and show you the promised land. You've got to climb a little higher, get a closer look at Jesus. You've got to climb a little higher every day. I know He wants to see you, I know He wants to feed you, so climb a little higher every day. You got to climb a little higher and get a closer look at Jesus. You got to climb a little higher every day. I know He wants to see you, I know He wants to feed you, so climb a little higher every day. So climb a little higher every day.
From the group Narrow Road, that was Climb a Little Higher. Now we listen to one from a group called The Expedition Show, and it's the song Paradise City of God.
I walk in the sunshine of God's perfect love. I feel so happy and blessed. But nothing compares to heaven above, beyond the final sunset. I can't imagine the city of God and the splendor our Master prepares. Through His grace and mercy, my feet shall trod the peaceful glory, wonderful beauty of the paradise city of God. Without God's perfect love and the sacrifice Jesus made. On this poor sinner, He never gives up. He's waiting at heaven's gate. I can't imagine the city of God and the splendor our Master prepares. Through His grace and mercy, my feet shall trod the peaceful glory, wonderful beauty of the paradise city of God. I can't imagine the city of God and the splendor our Master prepares. Through His grace and mercy, my feet shall trod the peaceful glory, wonderful beauty of the paradise city of God.
You're listening to Bluegrass Gospel with Dave Rigg, a radio ministry of Gospel Time Ministries Incorporated. We depend upon your prayers and financial help to stay on the air and on your favorite radio station. If you'd like to help us, write to Bluegrass Gospel, Box 68, Bone Gap, Illinois, 62815. Write us today.
Standing in His way. I don't fret about the news.
was by the New Jerusalem Band, When Jesus Is All That I Have. And sounds like they mixed a little thunder in there, too. I have a question for you. When you were a little kid, as you knew Mother's Day was coming up, or just something to show Mom you love her, when you were a little kid, did you ever go outside and pick some flowers and bring it in and give it to Mom? Well, our next song is about bringing in a handful of weeds. That's the name of the song. Listen to it. From Chosen Road, Handful of Weeds.
I've been out in the yard picking dandelions all day. Well, I burst through the front door when I gathered enough to give to my mama, to show her my love. And when she held out her hands and looked down at me, she said, I'd never seen flowers as beautiful as these. She's the one that told me about Jesus. She's the one that taught me to sing. She deserves an armful of roses, but satisfied with a handful of weeds. That I'm older and I'm out on my own, I wish I could find more time just to make it back home. Well, I could have done better, I know in my heart, than to scribble a note on a last minute card. Then she calls on the phone, and the first thing she says is, I've read this card over and over again. She's the one that told me about Jesus. She's the one that taught me to sing. She deserves an armful of roses, but satisfied with a handful of weeds. She's always known what true love means. Now I want her to know what she means to me. She's the one that told me about Jesus. She's the one that taught me to sing. She deserves an armful of roses, but satisfied with a handful of weeds. Well, she's more than satisfied with a handful of weeds. Well, she's more than satisfied with a handful of weeds.
Wasn't that a touching little song? That was by Chosen Road and Handful of Weeds. Maybe some of you moms out there have had something like that happen. Your little son or little daughter picked some dandelions or some other kind of weeds and brought it into you, and you were just as thrilled as if it was a dozen roses. Right, Mom? Okay, back to the music. You know I like the old hymns, and especially this one coming up next. From St. John Bluegrass Trio, this is Pass Me Not.
Pass me not, O gentle Savior, hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry. While pass me by. Let me at that throne of mercy find a sweet relief. Kneeling there in deep contrition, help my unbelief. Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Thou the spring of all my comfort, more than life to me. Whom have I on earth beside thee? Whom in heaven but thee? Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me by.
That was that grand old hymn, Pass Me Not, by the St. John Bluegrass Trio. And of course you are listening to our Mother's Day weekend special on Bluegrass Gospel. Up next we have one from the New River Bluegrass, and this is called When I Look Back Down the Road.
When I face a trial and test, and I know I've done my best, I know somehow the Lord will see me through. When temptation comes my way, I get on my knees and pray, and I say to Him, Lord, now it's up to you. When I look back down the road where I lay my heavy load, and I think of all the victories I've won, sometimes I get a thrill when I look back down the hill, and I see just where the Lord has brought me from. There's a valley down below where I know I'll have to go to walk this lonely road again someday. But it's not so bad down here, lilies blooming everywhere, and the Lord will walk it with me all the way. When I look back down the road where I lay my heavy load, and I think of all the victories I've won, sometimes I get a thrill when I look back down the hill, and I see just where the Lord has brought me from. There's a mountain steep and wide that I know I'll have to climb, but you know I've been this way before. Now I'm much stronger, Lord, this time, and I know I'll make it fine, 'cause that mountain, it don't bother me no more. When I look back down the road where I lay my heavy load, and I think of all the victories I've won, sometimes I get a thrill when I look back down the hill, and I see just where the Lord has brought me from. And I see just where the Lord has brought me from.
mothers, your greatest of contributions to the character of your child is reality. Hi, I'm Chuck Swindoll. Let the truth be known. Let it be said. Be real with transparent tenderness. Authentic spirituality. The kids are watching how you walk the Christian walk. Is it real? Are you real? When you're real and authentic and honest, moms, it's amazing how your child will begin to sense security and confidence. They'll recognize the firm foundation. They'll be free to bring their questions to you. They'll be free to wrestle through their doubts with you. So, be real.
Insights, a ministry of Insight for Living.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There'll be no sadness, toil, or danger to that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mama. She said she'd meet me when I come. Well, I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet beauteous fields lie just before me, where God's redeemed their vigils keep. I'm going there to see my mama. I'm going there, no more to roam. Well, I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going
That was from a bluegrass gospel group called White Dove and Poor Wayfaring Stranger. Well, you may be like me. Your mother has gone to be with the Lord. You can't help but think about, well, some wonderful times you spent with Mom. Those are, indeed, precious memories. That's the name of the next song, some traditional bluegrass gospel music from the Miller Brothers Precious Memories.
Precious memories, I've seen angels sent from somewhere to my soul. How they linger ever near, and the sacred past unfold. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the wind, precious sacred seems unfold. Precious Father, loving Mother, fly across the lonely years. That old home scene of my childhood and fond memory appears. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. In the stillness of the wind, echoes from the past I hear. Old time singing, gladly spring from that lovely land somewhere. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold.
From the Miller Brothers, that was Precious Memories. Well, here's a question for you. How many of you remember waking up on Sunday morning and listening to your mother getting things ready for Sunday? Can you remember that? Well, that's what this next song is all about. From the Wilson Banjo Company, it's called Her Sunday Best.
Early every morning, smell of fresh brewed coffee fill the air. Mama's in the kitchen, her apron on and flour in her hair, singing Rock of Ages, Lord let me hide myself in thee. She thought I was sleeping, but in my bed I listened quietly. We would go on Sundays to a little country church just down the road. Sometimes people whispered, Mama never wore no fancy clothes. But those things didn't matter, Mama didn't go to church for show. Her eyes were
heaven for the day the Lord would take her home. Her Sunday best ain't about the way my mama dressed. Down on her knees, asking God to help her stand the test. All her life, she put everyone before herself. Every day my mama lived was her Sunday best. God would give her hope. She kneeled down to pray at night. I could see the angels gather round. The day my mama left here, there's no doubt that she was glory bound. Mama always told me, you can't set your sights on finer things. When your days are over, the only thing you'll take is what you gave. Her Sunday best ain't about the way my mama dressed. Down on her knees, asking God to help her stand the test. All her life, she put everyone before herself. Every day my mama lived was her Sunday best. The day my mama left here, there's no doubt that she was glory bound.
From the Wilson Banjo Company, the song Her Sunday Best. Well, our time for today's Bluegrass Gospel program is nearly gone. Hope you've enjoyed our program today. Hope you're telling other people about this program. Tell them what time it comes on in your area and where they can find it on the radio dial. Don't forget to send that note of thank you to the radio station for putting this program on the air. And don't forget to send me a little note. Maybe you can include a little donation to help us cover our expenses. My mailing address is Bluegrass Gospel, Box 68, Bone Gap, Illinois, 62815. Hope to hear from you real soon. Well, we're going to close out today's program as we always do with some instrumental bluegrass gospel music. But before I start that music, I'd like to take this opportunity to say, may the Lord richly bless you, is my prayer for you and yours today.